Okay, finally I'm speaking. Welcome to the stream. I'm driving from Manchester to Leeds on the North Transpennine line, Northern whatever, same thing, and I'm using the class 377/4, 4 carriages in total to haul, and I'm going to begin by setting up the train in just a moment. However, I'd like to invite some people to the stream so that we're not all alone. I apologise if it's not too chatty. Hopefully at some point it will be, but it's just that some people, obviously get busy sometimes, and that's alright. So whilst I'm doing that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what I'm actually doing as far as streaming goes. So I'm going to try and do the longer journeys on Train Sim World 2, and that would mean they last for quite a while. I'm also going to be taking requests for some streams through my Patreon, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in this stream as well. Not sure if I'm particularly prepared at the moment because it is quite hectic. But I believe I've got everything together. I think so. I'm not sure how many people will be coming today, but I imagine a few at least, hopefully, all things considered. And it's just a bit quiet at the moment, so don't worry about... Sorry for making you wait, by the way. You can always skip ahead in the video if you really want to. So, let's try doing that now. I've got to set up the train, which is pretty easy for me to do in the class 377, which is always very nice. It's a very smooth train to drive, and that's why I picked it for this one. And I'm going to be doing a passenger service, so I'm stopping at every station pretty much along the way, skipping a few that are close together just because it's kind of annoying to get up to speed and then go right back down again. But I imagine in real life that would probably be what would happen. Yes. Right. So all is prepared as far as the route goes. I've got some trains coming the other way that we will see along the way, hopefully with any luck. And if they don't arrive, then something has gone wrong, which I didn't prepare for. But all in all, I think everything is probably going to go well enough. I'm not foreseeing any problems on this journey, but if there is one, I can only apologise for not setting it up correctly. I did also buy the Class 20 recently, which was nice. That was pretty fun to drive the one time that I did. If you just joined the stream, by the way, letting you know, please do sound off to let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to be sitting here. You know what, I'll quickly set up the train at least. I know to unlock the doors, thank you game. Master key on. Do the lights. Tail lights should be on. What's that? Don't know what that one. It's a weird option. Daytime running because we're in the middle of the day. It's 12 o'clock. So exactly midday. Wiper not needed. Breaking 1. Heyo, it's Danny. Welcome, Danny, to the stream. I'm just going to be driving this today. Whew. Where else? Where am I going? I believe the rear of the train should be set up. Is there a spare switch in here? There should be. Even though that kind of doesn't matter because we're in the middle of the day. Signal, why? Oh, nice. So a little bell. That's nice. Notice board light is on, I guess. Suppose that'd be nice. And this is what I'm driving. Class 377, a very smooth train to operate, and our tail light should be on. So I'm going to go ahead, and where's the reverser? Reverser should be forward. Lovely. Hope you can hear me okay. The game volume might be a little bit loud maybe. Here and now. Here and then. I was actually watching your Persona 5 dancing game stream on Twitch, whatever that one was. That was pretty fun, although I've never seen a dancing game based on Persona before. Hopefully I'm hearing you just fine. Lovely. So I have to drive out of here. There should be another train coming soon. Oh shit. Yeah, it won't move unless the doors are closed. Which they do actually close. Oh, the tail lights are on in this cab. Oh, no. I'm not doing very well. Off. Right. Get out. Just gonna quickly do the tail lights in the other cab, just so we're being a little bit realistic here, and it's all the way over here. Oh. Right, sit down. I don't want to do that. I don't want to drive from this one. Headlights should not be on. Tail lights should be on. And are they? Yes, they are. Marvellous. Sorry I wasn't looking at chat, but I'm glad you liked it. Maybe I'll stream it again later if you're interested, or I can play Stepmania on my PC. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun looking. Right, the brakes are on. Apply some power and get moving. Nice. Also sorry that this is the only view of the outside world through this little window here. I could probably come later on to watch that, most likely. Oh, someone might need another link to the stream. Brilliant. Brilliant. Break a bit. I hate that it wants me to slow down right after the station. That's kind of annoying, is that? Right. Power is on. Good. Did I... That wasn't a... You fucking thing. You thing. What on earth was that? It wasn't at red. It was at green. As okay. Okay, I guess I'll try again. Maybe I took too long setting up the cab. Maybe that's what it was. Cool, okie dokie. I'll let you know I don't play simulators much really, except for like Animal Crossing and Sims. Animal Crossing I would play if I had a Switch. I can't afford one though. That's a shame. That's the big shame for me. But I would play it if I had it. It's just a lot of money to spend on a console for a few games that I want to play. Taillights should not be on this car. Headlights should be on day running. Master key should be switched on. Sorry I'm talking. Left doors are unlocked. That's nice. Are they actually going to unlock? Oh, they will when the reverser is used. Oh, okay. I see. Now I understand. Going back to the other cab, it's because I took a while and I think maybe that's why. So if it doesn't work again, I will start from a later station and just try. Damn it, I closed the door on myself. Why can you do that? Goodness gracious me, that's ridiculous. Taillights on. And they should be. They are. I could walk throughout the whole of the train, however, I'm not feeling like doing that because I'd have to open every door that leads to another carriage, so I don't feel like that's something I want to do. Lock the doors. Direction should be in forward. And we're moving. Right, same here, yeah. I don't really know of many games that are actually on the Switch that I might pick up as well. I know there's a lot, but Animal Crossing is probably the one that I want to play first. Right, I don't know why it gave me a red signal, so I'm going to check. I'm fairly sure that it wasn't red when I passed it. Yeah, see, that's the signal, it's green, so shouldn't have had any problems with me passing by. The next station is Stalybridge. Oh, diesel train passing by a little shunter. Lovely. I wouldn't really want to drive the little shunting train because it can only do about 25 miles an hour. And driving along any of these routes at 25 miles an hour all the way would be absolute agony. Because 25 miles an hour is quite slow, all things considered. I think in the modern world we want to go as fast as possible, and 25 miles an hour isn't fast at all. For you, Animal Crossing, Mario Odyssey, Astral Chain, and Demon X Machina, and also Shin Megami Tensei 5. Shin Megami Tensei 5. No, it isn't. 25 miles an hour isn't very fast. One of the things that I did want to do was maybe get the there is another DLC that I wanted. It's from Marseille to Avignon, which is in France, obviously, using a TGV, which is high speed train. And I thought that might be nice to get at some point because the line speed would be quite high, so then I could pretty much get any train and just max it whenever I wanted to. I don't have to use the TGV. Although it would be nice to try and use it on a few other routes as well. I should have other trains coming towards us on the line, though I don't know when to expect them. But I didn't pass it at Danger Game, I didn't. I swear I didn't. Right, so plainly something's wrong. That's weird. That's the Marseille to Avignon though. If it's not a bullet train, it's not fast enough. You know, I could use a different train if you wanted me to, but we won't really be reaching high speeds unless... Actually, this one... Right, so it plainly has a problem with me leaving from Manchester. Fine. No problem, I will leave from... Park. No. I'll leave from Park instead. That takes the piss. Going all the way to... yes. Fine, this one should work fine. Whilst I am here, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Right, I'll start from a later station, and if it has a problem, then I'll sort it out. But I don't really know what I've done wrong to set it up that way, because I didn't pass the red signal. I can't understand that for the life of me, why. Unless you saw it going red for a brief moment, then I don't think I actually passed a red signal. And even if it does go for a brief moment, it shouldn't. Obviously it's red now because it gives me a chance to stop things. Taillights are on. I'm going to leave the taillights off at the other end. Taillights should not be on this cab. But I'm going to leave them just as they are on the back. Versa is in forward, neutral. Braking one so we don't roll backwards because we are on a gradient. It's only a little station and nobody's actually coming onto the train, but you know what, that might be a bit smart. That might be an intelligent thing for them to do, to not get on this train with me. It does take a little while. So hopefully that issue doesn't happen again. I know they had a bug with... They had a bug where you couldn't actually leave the station because it was always on red. I know they had that, and recently this patch was supposed to fix it. Why is it not going forward? Warming up. Get some windows open to make sure we can hear some stuff. Have I not given the stream link to somebody? I don't think I have. Let me just check. Checking. Yes, I have. Have given it to them. Nice. Silly Bridge is in something miles. That's okay. Lovely. Very nice. Yeah, if I get the other DLC I can try and drive at higher speeds in some videos, although the majority of them don't really have high speeds. The most you can probably go on this one is about 80 something, so obviously not as fast as the TGV can go, which is 120, but still, it's pretty quick. Heck of a lot quicker than 25 miles an hour from a little diesel shunting engine, I can tell you that. I should probably give an outside view of the train and just keep my attention focused on things that matter. Yeah, probably. Be better. So we are driving from, well, near to Manchester, as it turns out. Didn't quite work very well. But near Manchester all the way to Leeds, which is actually where I live. So what you're seeing is part of the world where I live. I haven't actually been all the way to Manchester on the train. I have been as far as Huddersfield on the train, at least on this section of line. But that's coming the other way. From the part where we're going, although don't expect to see a modern representation, because this isn't. This line, when they modelled it after how it was in 1983, which is why you're not seeing very bright signals or anything like that. So in the modern day the signals will be a lot easier to see and a lot brighter. However, in this time period, not really. They would also have lots more signs along the side of the rails, and a lot more crossings and a lot more everything else. So there's some houses. But that's the way that they ended up doing it. No, I did not. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Right, game, do you really hate me that much? Right, it was green. You saw that it was green. You all saw that it was green. Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Fine. Right. Maybe you just don't like it. Fine. That's the way you want to play it. It was working perfectly fine earlier on. The developers must have broken something with this new update, because it didn't used to behave that way. I could drive all the way along and not have any problems, fine. If the problem is that there's other trains coming the other way, then if that's what the problem is, then that's fine. It might be that there's one very far up ahead that I didn't get rid of, in which case it's probably worth editing this and getting rid of that one. Right, so now everything is coming towards me. I'm just checking that all these are definitely coming towards me. Maybe you're causing the problem. Maybe you're causing the problem. So all of them should be coming towards me then. So there is no reason at all why you would think to give me a red signal. So now game, you have officially no excuse. If you fail now, it's definitely a developer bug, and not something that I've done. Even though it would still be a bug. Stirling Bridge, start Stirling Bridge, yeah. Okay. Okay. I do apologise for this, this isn't really supposed to happen. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe it's that there's people on the train. Fine, I'll go with an empty one then. Really isn't supposed to do what it's doing. They must have come in and broken something because they were trying to fix signals coming from the station, so I'm assuming that they've broken something in the code. If it happens one more time, I don't know what I'll do. Because I don't want to keep having to do this. I could try another route to do that we can do instead. If it only exists on this route, then fine. But if it doesn't, then it's going to be a pain. Right, there should be a high-speed train next to us. Yes, there is. That's the DB406 ICE. Oh, it's going. Yay, it moves on its own. Fantastic. So the other trains are running then, that's fine. I don't know why you're giving me some grief. Reverser goes into neutral. The doors are open. Yes, they are. Hello, sir. Get out of the way. In your weird 1980s jacket with your hair. Might as well set up the tail lights in this cab then, and not shut the door on myself. Whoa, there you go. Tail lights on. Nice. All is well in the world. The station that we are at is Stalybridge, which is near to Manchester, I'm going to say. So called, I believe, because it's one big bridge. It should be. Right, driver's seat. Okay. Forward. Braking. Locking the doors. And we're moving. Is it one big bridge? It's not one big bridge, but there is one up ahead that is. I think. So that'll be quite nice. So at the top of the screen you should see, hello, welcome Triss. I recognise the name. Or Mia Look, as you're called in this. I'm only popping in for a minute, that's okay. Welcome. I've had some problems with the stream so far. So you've not really missed much, I've only just set off. And I hope it doesn't do the same thing that it did again to make me start again. Fantastic. But you all see that the next signal is green, so the game should have no problems. Why is there no limit in the tunnels? It is very dark. But now we can get some speed. Very dark in the tunnels. Does this thing have a cab light? It should have one. Although where it is, I'm not exactly sure off the top of my head. Yeah, it should have one. AC temperature. Why you give me air conditioning? I don't want air conditioning. It doesn't actually do anything. It's a signal button. What does that mean? Oh. Destination light. Cab light, yes. Yes, please. Oh. Another train coming past. That is probably not a nuclear power plant, that is most likely a coal power plant. And coal power plants do have those big towers, it's not just nuclear ones, you know, from The Simpsons, it's also coal. Because you still need cooling towers. Fun science fact. But no, they wouldn't have a nuclear power station probably there. And if they did, it might be a bit more obvious and gated off. Whereas that one isn't, so... yeah, what you're seeing at the moment is the industrial north. Fantastic. So you're going to see lots of factories and warehouses and lots of terraced housing where all the workers are. Because 1983 was still a time when the English worked for a living. Especially up north. Up north where I'm from, like... I'll stop. Alright, I gotta go, I'll be back in a bit if you're still going. I imagine so. I'll still be doing more than just this journey. So, see you around. I think I'm probably gonna be here by that time. 1 point something miles to join. Fantastic. 1.4 miles to get to the next station, sorry. Yeah. So if that was a bug that's now in the game, I'm really sorry about that, but it's kind of the developer's fault, and I imagine that the people at Dovetail will be screaming around and shouting, why have we done something so stupid? All they had to do was not follow the train, but to fix the bloody signals outside the station. Although it was working fine out from Leeds, I think it was working fine there. And it was working fine on another route I did earlier on. I think so anyway. So I really don't understand why. I'm assuming it's just a fluke, and it might be that there is an engine in front of me. There is a train that starts from a point further on up the line on my side. Also the other side of the track is pretty obscured right now. So that might be it, and it's just getting confused because it thinks it should be asking me to stop, but it doesn't need to. But with that removed, there really shouldn't be any problems for it. Lovely terraced housing. And a church as well, because all little villages are... oh, there's an American train that I stuck on the line, because you can have any train on any line that you want in this mode anyway. That's nice. I haven't actually got much experience with those. That was an F40PH2 Cat, operated by Caltrain, so California. Oh shit! Shit, bollocks, arse, wank, twat. Oh no, I missed the stop. I got distracted. Ah. Emergency brake. Fantastic. Reverse. Come on, back up. Doesn't really matter, we're not exactly on a time limit, I'm just kind of a bit annoyed with myself at the fact I got distracted. Open the doors, set the reverser back to neutral. Well, that was an emergency brake test. I totally intended to, I didn't really. But yeah, that was me activating the emergency brakes, which you really shouldn't do. Because then you have to set the thing back to neutral, and sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it just stays there. But that's the emergency brake. If you want to press that, or you could just use the handle, which I've been moving this whole time, like that. See? So it's all in one handle, braking and accelerating. Lock the doors. It's just that I'm really far away from the screen, that I can't really see how far we've got to go. But we are going to... I really hope I've been saying this right my whole life. Slowit. I know it says Slaithwaite, I know it's spelt like that, but it is Slowit. Slough, which is another place in England, is spelled S-L-O-U-G-H. Which doesn't seem like it is said how it's spelled either. But Slowit, which everyone who doesn't come from Yorkshire will say as Slaithwaite, which it isn't, it's Slowit. Alright, Slowit. Or Slowate, if you want to be fancy about it and not drop your letters like we northern folk do. But that is how it's said. You will see other place names that might stump you if you're not from the UK or not from that part of the UK. Which we might see more of when we... There is another DLC they have planned which I want to get. We might see more place names that are a bit difficult to say based on how they're spelled, and even I don't know how to say some of them because I'm not from that part of the UK. If we were going on the East Coast Rail Line, we would come to a station called, I'm going to spell it, Mouslecoomb. And I think that's supposed to be Musselscombe. Musselscombe. Or it could be said as Moosecombe, or Mousselcombe, or something like that, but I call it Moosecombe. Musselscombe. Musselscombe, yeah. It could be said as anything else, and it probably is because southern people are not like northern people that will name things differently and will say things differently. And probably didn't think about how other people would try and say that when they named it, so I don't know how it's supposed to be said. If I put it into Google Translate, it might say it for me. But I'm just going to call it Musselscombe. In my bit. Oh, class 20 gone past very quickly. Oh dear, I missed that. If I'd have been in this view, you would have seen it. Whew. Really, you wanted me to drop down for that tunnel, did you? And the cab light in this, what use is that? What use is... What use is that cab light if it's over there and it's not here? This is where I'm driving from. I need to see. What use is that? It's on my side of the cab and yet it lights up that side of the cab. Why? Ooh. I guess it must be another button then. Oh, it did it again. Okay. So it's definitely a bug. Okay. It's definitely a bug. Oh, I'm in constant agony. Right. Okay. Oh my Jesus, Mother of Christ. Fine, I guess I'll try this one. No. Should I do that one? No, I don't want that. Edit. This one earlier on worked, right? This one worked. I know that because I recorded a video using this. So what I will do is try it with this one, which is a completely different part of the UK, but it's not. I suppose it's not actually that far. Darlington to Saltburn. I'll do Darlington to Saltburn then. Right, you. I'm going to keep you, and you are going to go very much later than me. Okay. And you are the one I'm actually going to be driving. Or are you? Let me have a look. Yep. Okay, I stop at... I'll stop at all of them then. Nice. Confirm service. Don't know what to drive to this one. What do I like driving? Talent 2, probably not. Fine. I'll do the one on the London Underground. Details, player service, yes. Passenger service, yes. It may be that it has a problem with passenger services, but I'm going to try anyway. Start. I really do apologise for this. This isn't going too well. Oh look, and Pesky Batfish, the artist that I really like. I like Pesky Batfish's art, I'm just concerned about the price a little bit. The price turns me off a little bit. He's not that expensive, but he is sort of expensive for me, and if I was with friends who wanted to get art like that, because, well, here's the thing, here's what I'm driving, right. This is one of the trains that operates on the London Underground, so it's basically if you live anywhere with the subway in the USA, it's the same thing, it's just totally underground. And I don't have to load any passengers because it's empty. I don't think. I am going to have to look to see where everything is because I've kind of forgotten. I know there's a key. There is a key somewhere. Yes, there's the key. Overnight until... I don't want that. Catching out. No, I do not want that. Door closed, right? Door closed, blah 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 blah. Wiper is on park, yeah. Okay, maybe that's the lights. I will probably want the lights on. Maybe. The whistle? My god. Where are the lights? For the front of it. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah. I did use the reverser, but it doesn't want to go. Ah. Yeah, we do want to go forward. Throttle. Are we going to actually move? Open, close. Ooh, joy. London, your fucking public transport services are very complex and I hate them. And even though I've never been there, it's a ghastly city and I don't want to go. Anyway. Try again with something else. I have driven it before, I've just kind of forgotten what it is that keeps it in place, so sorry. This stream isn't... Try something else. Yes. If you want a high-speed train, then I'll give you one. No, start. But yeah, as I was saying before, I do know how to drive it. The problem is I've forgotten some of the steps because it is pretty new to me. It was released only with the sequel, so I've never actually driven it before and it's not easy to get used to. It's not really obvious what to do. I do apologise. Yeah, pesky Battlefish Desert is expensive, but I think it is. Is it worth it for the price? To me, anyway, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm driving the high-speed train now. Cab lights, yes, I do want you on. The key. Release parking brake. Wiper speed. What does that one do? Sand. I don't need sand. Wiper off. Wiper speed 1. I know it's got a switch. What's that? Raise the pantograph. Pantograph should be raised. Close the circuit breaker. Reverse it. Forward. it might be ready to go. Yes, it is. Very nice. Very nice. It's ready to go. Quite a long one that we've got. I'm ready for some Fast and Furious train style action. Well, if you wanted that, I should have gone on a different line, probably. That's an interesting idea. That is a very interesting idea. Right, if you want me to go fast, I think there's probably a line I can go pretty fast on. Probably. I just don't know how to check. I'll set that up as quick as I possibly can. What does this one go on? No, don't want that one. Why must you do them in alphabetical order? Which one starts at the end? Be right back, alright. I'm assuming it's this one. Search a key. Okay, let's start this one. No problem, Danny. Righto. Please do let me start from here. I hope there's not a reason why why the speed limit is 25. Maybe. Oh hell. Welcome. Oh. Although why... Why is it still red in 1 point something miles? Don't understand that at all. Have I made a mistake by going on this route? I probably have. Anyway. There's a red signal in how many things, so... If it actually stops me, I don't know what to do. Yep. Don't know why it didn't change. Oh well, that's a pain. Anyway. So, everything is not going well. Oh well. Suppose it's not too bad. 59 minutes streaming time though, so far. Let's try... Idea. There is Colne. 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 One. Don't get it. Don't get it. I don't understand. It's all in German. Nope, not a good idea. Right, try this one. This might have a high one. Key. Right. Let's do this. Yeah. Right. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you can post the answer whilst I'm taking a break if you need some time to think about it. Do you want me to do a passenger service which is stopping at most of the stations, or just some of them maybe? Or do you want me to do a non-stop journey, and also in what kind of train? Or do you want me to do it so that I can so that we're doing multiple different ones? So we're stopping at a quarter of the way there and then moving on, and then another quarter, and then moving on to a different one, and then you can help me decide what it is, what we're doing. But I'll be right back. Hello Danny, I went for a break. I basically posed the question, what kind of train do you want me to drive on this route, which is San Francisco to San Jose. And I don't know what it's like really all the way through, but like 10-15 like that, an all through journey would be good even if I can't make through all of it. Okay, I'll drive a train. Depends what you like really. If if you like the red one from earlier, I wonder if I can actually post an image in the chat. If I can, that would help dramatically. Train Sim World Wiki. Right. I will try and post an image in the chat of paste. Nope, that didn't work. Fine. Okay, do you want me to drive a diesel train or the high speed one again? Or do you want me to drive the one I was trying to drive at the beginning? Or should I try an American train for this one, even though I'm not really familiar with it? But in fact, that might be a bad idea. Might be a bad idea to try an American train. The one from the beginning. So the one from the beginning is the Class 377. Okay. Nice. If you... Let's go from there to... Oh, so this is in order. Right. Whatever that one is. Good, good, good. Non-stop in the Class 377. From wherever to wherever. Yes, I'm driving it. Play. I'll drive part way there, then I'll switch to another train, and I'll drive part way there and that, and then I'll switch to another train and keep doing like that, so we're all the way through this, I hope. Because I've got plenty of time tonight, I think, to do this. And hopefully we can, by the end, get all the way through and see some different things. Although I'm really sorry that the stream hasn't gone very well. Please don't stay red. Yes, stay green, please. Master key's on. And we are going forward. We've enjoyed it so far, lovely. So we're starting in San Francisco. And we're doing... Is that say 12 miles? Or is that something else up there? Can't really see it that much. That is a really weird speed limit, America, 79 miles an hour. Not 80, not 75, 79. Okay. I think this thing can do 90 though, or 100 actually. We can do 100 apparently according to that max speed. So we will do 100 miles an hour then. Well, we can do up to, anyway. We might have higher speeds than that. Although, why... Is this actually San Francisco, or is this... Are we above it? I don't know. This... It shouldn't look like this, surely. Well, I'm not sure we can show you the way, can you? Really? Alright. Should that signal be yellow? Don't know if it should be. Or do American signals work differently? Doesn't look like SF at all, unless this is just outside of it. It's supposed to run from... I'm gonna look. Because there is a diagram of the route itself that I can look at. But I'm pretty sure that I know it well enough looking at it. Very weird. So, United States Peninsula Corridor, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going that fast. Right. Map. I don't want the map, I want the one where it goes from San Francisco 4th and King Street. Oh, so we're leaving it then. I started from 22nd Street because it's 4th and King Street is where the it starts. Fair enough. I suppose that's why it doesn't look like it, but then I don't understand how we're already outside of it, because it is quite a large place. Where's the rest of it go? Okay. I suppose... we should be alright. Although whether we'll see anything interesting on the track on the way there, I do not know. Is that 7.3 miles? Yes it is. This is very strange. I didn't derail, so... I guess this must be... Silicon Valley? Maybe. Danny, you live in California, I think. Which part of California? I don't really want to know exactly where, obviously, but just like the city, I guess. But I'm pretty sure this is Silicon Valley, is it not? Only been to San Fran once. You lucky bugger, I've always wanted to go southern part of it. So it's San San something. What's it called? I know it. It's in my head. It's just not coming out. It's majority Spanish, and is it? But this must be Silicon Valley, I think, with the fancy buildings and. Because there's nothing else below it, is there not? Oh. This is a very strange route. Ideally I'd have known, ideally I'd know where we're actually going to, but very weird. Well, this one runs from San Jose, runs from San Francisco to San Jose, so it's apparently about 50 something miles, I think. Ah, okay. Right, 4th and King Street, it says is near Embarcadero, I'm guessing, is that how you say it? That's how you say it. And then the one we started from is in Dogpatch, apparently, which is obviously quite industrial, but it doesn't... Looking from Dogpatch, would I not see the rest of San Francisco? I'm pretty sure I would. So they must not have been able to render it all. Which is very weird. I'm assuming this is very south of it. Is that all I get? What? I should see the rest of the city, like all the way around here, but I'm not seeing it. Damn it, Dovetail, I was really looking forward to that as well. What part is this? I can actually see, this is, apparently, Vistation Valley, apparently. Or is this South San Francisco? What's that part we went near? We're going to Burlingame. Don't know how you'd say that. Which is near San Mateo. So I guess... I should have ideally started at the beginning and then it would have made more sense, but whatever. City gear flags where? That was nothing. It really was. Sorry, I haven't been reading along, have I? I've just been busy staring at the stupid route map to try and figure out where I am right now. I wouldn't remember, because that was like nothing. City gear flags where? The gear flags will be in Castro, I believe, which is nowhere near the rail line. So we wouldn't see them, but at the same time... yeah. And I thought the Watch Dogs 2 rendition of San Francisco was a bit lacking. Not Watch Dogs 2, The Crew 2. I thought that was lacking, but this is lacking even more. I'm guessing this is San Bruno, San Mateo, I'm not sure. I'm not even in San Francisco anymore, so it's a shame. You gotta get to bed now, thanks for the stream. I'm just sorry it didn't go better than it did, right, with a silly bug. Because that is not meant to happen, but I wish you a good night, and hopefully next time it will turn out better. I do actually have some pre-recorded videos to do after this, which will mean that Danny is the only one that's going to be in the stream, but that's okay. Whew. Yeah, I mentioned earlier the pesky batfish. His artwork is really nice, but it is quite pricey for me anyway. If I do get something, it will probably be a joint commission with a friend, and that's not mentioning the whole system that he has for commissioning to begin with. All of the slots that he opens are raffled, so you would enter and then you might get picked. It's completely random. So it's not like he does a raffle and he's like, okay, the winner of this gets a free blah blah blah. He probably does do raffles like that, but the commissions themselves he raffles for, as in you have a number, and if you get picked you can actually commission, you get that slot because he gets so many. I'm guessing that he gets so many requests, or he's got a job that's too intensive so that he can't really work that often. And I think we're nearing Birmingham, wherever. I say Birmingham as if, you know, I'm British. It's either that or he has a very intensive job, and I'm not keen on asking because I don't think it's any of my business, to be honest, why. I'm just saying that it is a little bit of a shame that you're definitely going to get one. So it is entirely random, and with it being entirely random, if someone was to commission him every you know, the more entries are in there, the less chance you have of being picked out. And then everyone who didn't get the slot from before would enter again, wouldn't they? But the good news is that you don't actually spend any money until you actually he says, okay, you're the one who gets picked. But it basically means that you need to have money in your pocket to pay for it for however long you plan to enter. So that's how that works, and he is trying to do another... I know he said on stream that he wants to try and do another system, but I have no idea how else to do it. I am okay with that system because once again it's the artist's choice what they want to do. I'll go to the main menu, I'll set this back up going from that station to wherever next on the line it is. But I'm glad to see the bug hasn't happened yet and we've done 11 miles, so it must be good news then. Maybe it's not broken here. Right, so we went from Birmingham, track 1. No, that's the wrong way. Birmingham, track 2. Yep. And we will go to... Menlo Park. Why not? I thought Menlo Park was in San Francisco, but apparently not, because we've left it now, so... I don't know, maybe my US geography is completely fucked. Class... 31. I'll do the 31. No. No, not yet. 31, not yet. Class 40. I'll do the 47. Just on its own. Okay. We can delete that one. Doing that one. Start. So I don't know how else he's gonna do that, or whether he will change that system, and I don't mind it because it's the artist's choice, but again, I don't mind it, but I don't really want to wait, because you could in theory never get picked. for the entire time. And that is a shame. Someone that I know has actually placed one in, and they probably do every month or so. Right, need to focus on what I'm doing. I'm driving the class, this one, which is a diesel. We'll do that one. Straight brake should be off, that's off. Right, master key is there. I think this one's a lot more easier to use. Reverse it. Let's put it in engine only. Let's take the brakes off. A little bit. It will probably take a little while for it to come on. There's blind. And start and stop, alarm, engine. Do any of these buttons do anything? No. Marker lights, yep. Desk light, yeah. What's that? Brake selector, where's the, oh, there it is. Left cab light. Even though we probably don't need it, but still. Right, we're apparently in, can't remember, Burlingham or whatever. There's a school bus there, that's nice. Straight brake is off, that should be off. Forward. I can just max it, can't I? Yeah, why not? So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but I am still gonna try, I guess. And I also don't know when he's going to be opening them. I think he posts journals on for Affinity whenever he does, although do I really want to sit there and try every single day? Because if I miss one day with the journal, someone might have already entered. Although I'm guessing he doesn't mind by how many people enter the raffle. Then he sort of, you know, you never know. I know I never know, but still. So I need to have an idea drafted out before, because he will be asking for both the money and the what he's actually going to be drawing if I was to put one in. And I have to wait until he posts a journal that he's saying, you know, I'm opening. There was another artist that I wanted to commission this month as well, Fluffy Mama Bear. Oh, Class 47 maxed out one of the trophies. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. You might not be able to see it. I might be quite far behind actually on the screen, on the thing. But yeah, I will try. I do wish he'd post about when he plans to do journals like that, so when he's going to open. I wish he would. Oh, has your internet gone out? Maybe. It went out, did it? That's a shit, that's a... well, that's shite, to be honest. Should it have that horn? That's weird. Didn't know its horn was that high. Did I switch to a different... Did I switch to a different thingy? Where is the horn? It wasn't like that before. That's a very smooth sounding horn. That's weird. I guess they must have changed that in the update then, because I haven't driven this until right now. So I'm guessing they changed the horn, because it wasn't like that before. Either way, I don't mind. It's not as if I'm going to scream and shout about it. So I suppose, I mean, how are you doing for commissions though, Danny? I mean, you're still working on that one that I gave you. If you aren't, then that's fine, but you know. Beep, and then there's another. What's the other one about? And are you earning enough from that? You never know, one day you may need to raffle for commissions yourself. Because I genuinely don't know, just a full body. That'd be nice to see. One day you will probably need to raffle for them yourself, well, I hope. But I also hope that you don't put your prices up to astronomical levels like some people seem to think is a good idea, because it really isn't. Because that means that everyone who could afford to commission you before pretty much can't anymore. So if you are going to put your prices up a bit, do so, but don't do it so that no one can afford it when you reach that point, because then it's a bit of a mistake. In my opinion anyway. I know everyone always says... I know everyone who says, oh, it's the artist's choice, well, if they want to charge $1,000 for it, they can, whatever. It's a load of rubbish. Because no one ever got anywhere by having something cost £70 million, cost $70 million, and then expect everyone else to buy it. You do plan on keeping your prices reasonable, that's very good. But it'll depend on your living situation. You know, if you had a job on the side, the best thing to do with art is to treat it as a hobby. Because the people who charge a lot of money for art do it because, one, they're very popular, so they can rely on the constant influx, and two, it is their only job. They don't have a job outside of that, and I imagine they don't get out very much because they are constantly working. That is the truth behind those kinds of artists. Unless they're a Time Lord, it's not. They haven't got the time to do very many things, and I don't think that's a great life. So I recommend just getting a job and then doing art on the side. That's just my opinion for what to do. Someone might try and tell you, oh well, you can make it your full-time job, but please don't, because then once you start and you stop doing that, people might get a bit pissy, just saying. You know what people like nowadays. Quite silly. hmm But I still definitely want your art. I pretty much run out of money for this month, though. I will be able to get some of it back because I lent it to my mum, but are the brakes on? Huh, weird. The brakes must automatically come on. That's weird. Yes, yes, your art is really nice. That is if you'll still let me commission you. You know, am I really that pain in the ass? A lot of people have said that of the art that I've shown them, they'd liked it. So whenever I've shown someone your artwork, they have liked it. Though I don't really want to repeat exactly what they say because I'm not the sort of person who's very blunt. They said very attractive, right, for the character in there. OMG, the chat delay. The chat delay, yeah, there is some delay on that. I'm a great client. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to hear that. Why? No, we don't need to stop soon. Oh. Face the other way. There we are. Right, now how good are the brakes in this? So it's a straight brake at 100%. They're alright, I suppose. Just slow it down a bit. Because I actually do need to stop when I get there. Either way, I will commission you when I get more money, probably next month. I've still got that idea for a comic to get from you, although if it's a lot of money that... To tell you the truth, I don't have enough money to pay for the artist actually finishing the comic that I've asked them to work on. So if you remember the one that I've got up on my Patreon, I have got another page in the works. The only problem is I haven't been able to fully pay for it. So until I've actually paid for it, they won't finish that in full, you know. And I already have patrons who can supply funds for it, but it doesn't charge them until next month. So I sadly couldn't do that at the moment. I can't do that at the moment. But it is definitely planned and it is going ahead. It just will take some time, and the brakes also need to be released. Oh, it's a bit of a weird quirk with this thing. There we go. Nice, we made it. And we did 12.53 miles. That took 14 minutes, that's a long time. I see. Well, message me how much they charge per page and I can probably adjust. Yeah, I don't think I'll charge that much. I don't know how that much. I know how much they charge for the... So on average they will charge $50 per page. That's on average, and it changes based on what's actually on it. That I've found that $50 is pretty much... Okay, that's the average one, but obviously one could be 45, another one can be 55, 60. You know, it goes up depending on what's actually being drawn. So $50 is kind of the average, I would say. Right, let's edit this one. So we stopped at Menlo Park, didn't we? Yeah. Edit. Stopped at Menlo Park. QB2. Oh dear. Oh, San Jose. Is this Menlo Park? Let's try it. So I don't want to start Burlington. Menlo Park. And then we'll go... Maybe I can take it down to 35. 35 would be nice, but... One moment, I'm still working on this. Menlo Park. If that is where I actually stopped, then good. If that isn't, sorry. And we'll go to Sunnyvale. Confirm the service, I will use the class. What do I really want to use the 31? I did want to use one last, I don't remember which one I wanted to use last. 101, 47. Excuse me, that's my stomach. 101 times 1. Yeah. Let's start. Maybe you can take it down to 35. Well, I think it would probably depend what you'll actually be drawing. You know. So are you doing it on a per page basis? Does that mean that every single page you're going to charge me the same amount, or are you doing it based on what's on the page itself? Because you might have to draw. But I think your style will work very well for that. It's just that I don't really want to change it yet, because people have gotten used to the style of the old artist. But if I come up with another project to do on the side, it is entirely up to you. I will pay either thing. It's just that, you know, it is definitely cheaper than the other artist. Because release the brakes. It's going to take ages to come off. Engine only. Instrument light switch. Cab light. Engine start, engine stop. So the cab lights are on in this class 31. Automatic brake. Probably per page 35 per page sound good. It does actually. If I'm completely honest, yeah. Is that in colour or not in colour? Because you can do it without colour if you really want to, and I will pay a little bit extra for you to do that. But if I think of a side project, I'll definitely look you up. This is the Class 31. I know it. Oh, I know it looks a bit samey to the one we just drove, but it is a different engine. Now, where are the headlights? I'm assuming they're on this back wall. Tail light, no. Do I really want that on? In colour, right, that's amazing. That's an amazing... Route indicator, yes, please. Tail light, right side. Engine room light. Carb light should be on. Tail light left. Tail light right. Ah, so we've already got the lights, it's up top. Nice. And then the route indicator, where is the route indicator? Is it that? I'm guessing it's that. At the top. Getting a nice view here. And we'll stay there. So that's a really good price. I'm just thinking of an extra project to do. And if you want to suggest ideas for what that will be, I can ask people on Patreon actually first, and then yeah. By the way, if you have joined the stream, whoever's out there, please do let me know who you are so I can properly chat if you want to. But yeah, I can ask people on Patreon what they might like to see if I come up with a few ideas. And then I can basically commission you and get another project going. Wonderful. Okie dokie, no problem. Awesome. That's the horn. Which strangely enough is down there. It's a weird place to put a horn, but okay. Sounds good. And the wipers are basically useless because the game doesn't have weather effects yet in scenario mode, which is what we're in, so for right now it's always going to be summer. And you will notice that we are on the other side of the track than we were in the UK. So the same way that people in the UK drive on the left hand side, they also run trains on the left hand side of the tracks. And in America it's on the right side of the, you know, you probably have noticed that. Which I didn't know, because I thought maybe the railway goes its own way whenever it wants to because it's not connected to the roads, but then apparently it follows the same rules as the regular road as for what side the train runs on. So that's interesting if you didn't know that. If you did know that, well done. You knew it before I did. So you can tell we're in the US because we're driving on the right side of the track. And also the seat is in the wrong place. Because this is a British train, so everything, all the driving controls are on the left. So it's a bit strange, so the trains are kind of backwards to how a car would be. If you drive a car in the USA, your steering wheel should be on the left. Yeah, should be on the left. And if you're in the UK, it should be on the right. But if you're in a train in the UK, the controls are on the left. And if you're in a train in America, the controls are on the right. So then you can see the edge of the tracks, because this is the important part. This is on the right side of the tracks, in this case, is the most important thing you can see. Because then you can see all the signals and stuff, because they'll be on the left or overhead. Whereas I am kind of on the wrong side for driving in the US, but it doesn't matter because I've got that indicator. I'm just rambling on about what side of the rails and road that you drive on. But anyway, didn't know that about trains. Well, I don't think people use trains very much in America, do they? I don't know if they do or they don't. Also, if you're wondering what the big yellow and green thing is that's at the top of the window, that's an AWS signal thing. And I can't turn AWS on because I'm on the wrong control scheme to turn it on. But what it does is it lets you know if a signal ahead is yellow or red. You use trolleys, you use trolley buses. Are they trolley buses or are they actual trolleys as in their trams? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm pretty sure trolleys are what we call trams. Either that or it's a trolley bus, in which case it's a tram but on wheels. That operates like a bus, but it's not one. It's powered by electric from the pantograph. Not pantograph, catenary. I'm very good with words today. Right. Yes, you think so. Oh hell. Right, there we go. That's... I'm gonna look it up later and check if I'm right or I'm wrong. I could be easily wrong. But just know that at the moment, why on the red side does it say red on that? Why? That's confusing. I guess it's telling you what's on the other side. Fair enough. Just wondering how good the brakes are on this. Not too fantastic. Trolleys in San Fran, you mean cable cars? They should be calling them cable cars, because that's what they are. I thought they called them cable cars, but maybe then they name it the trolley locally, because we're special people. Because we're special people. Because we decide what to call things. The cable cars, I know what San Francisco has. But I'm I'm not sure whether they would call them the trolley because it is kind of exactly the same as a tram, except it's not. It's pulled along by cables, not by electricity. Anyway, I will take a small break. And then I'll continue the last part, which is from Sunnyvale. I think it's Sunnyvale. All the way down to San Jose. And then that might be the last thing I do on the stream. Maybe, maybe not. So let me configure it before I go for the break, and then we'll see. Maybe I should try driving into San Francisco to see what they modelled it as. Sunnyvale. Sunnyvale. Is that it? Okie dokie. Then San Jose. Good. And I'll be driving the... That's 31166. I'll go for the 66. Why not? Have fun. I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. Not sure if you're both still watching. It should have, it paused the stream on my screen, but I can see everything. Again, still moving, still doing things. And this should only be a relatively short journey compared to what we've already done before, but we have been streaming for over 2 hours. Welcome back, thank you. I can know you're still here. So, I don't talk about coronavirus, I don't mention it. I know it exists, I don't deny that it exists, it flares my anxiety up. That is why I don't speak about it, and I don't like to speak about it in front of other people. For that same reason, because whenever somebody mentions it to me, I'm reminded that it's still a thing, which annoys me. Because I've got the news looking. This is the Class 66. It's a very nice train. I used to hate driving it, but now I've kind of understood why, because I made an error. Reverser should be on. Master key. That's what it is. Charge the automatic brakes. You'll see the needle going around. You don't have to talk about it. I know, it's just when somebody else mentions it, I sort of think, maybe you shouldn't do that, because I've got the news on every single day telling me about it. Right, what is that for? That should be the automatic brakes. So, now I have to do these. Train game. Welcome, Lissaran. It's nice to see you around. I am driving from Sunnyvale to did I say San Bruno? No, San Jose. Right. Sunnyvale, San Jose, we're in California. Although I'm driving a British train, so it's kind of weird. But I can drive it anywhere I want. Where are the instrument lights? Make the train go, but I will. Ooh. Just need to find where the lights are for inside. That's the instrument light dimmer. Yeah. Ah, they're over here. Nice. Tail light should not be on this cab. Instrument lights. Desk light, cab light. Nice. Reverser should be in neutral, the brakes. It's holding itself nicely together. Why is it not moving? That's a bit weird. I've never been on a train before, to be honest. I've sort of got the impression that trains aren't used by people very often in the United States. Oh, let me get out. So, because everyone I've talked to from the US says they've never been on a train, or hardly ever used them. So that's the impression that I get, is that they're not used very often to do things. Right, tail light should be on this cab. Double-ended cab, everybody. And tail lights are on that end. But this is a British train, so shouldn't really be on American railroads, but does it matter? I just don't have much experience driving American trains in this game. But rest assured that they do have them. There's a plane somewhere. Oh, there it is. Weird. Release the direct brake, and should be able to go forward. That's why the Polar Express never made sense to me, like where the fuck they get that big ass train from, and in the Midwest. Yeah, where? I don't understand Are American railroads sort of connected so that you can go from state to state, or are they not? Do they just stay within one state? They'd never be able to put that into this game. I wonder if they've got it on one of the PC simulators, because those will definitely be able to load and run that sort of mileage. Trains exist, but it's only for stuff like coal, yes. There's only one passenger train service in this game, set in America. The rest are all for freight and cargo. And I could drive one, it's just that I really do not like driving them. They do cross state lines, but that's more of a sudden thing. It would be nice to get a DLC based in America that wasn't all about freight trains, because this one kind of is as well. Whoa, we are going quite fast. Whoa, Nelly. Release the direct brake. Oh, shite. There we go. There we go. Whoa. I'll just stay on this view so I can see everything. They do cross state lines, that's more of a sudden thing. It would be nice to have one set in an area where it's not all about freight, because even this one, even though it's mainly a passenger line thing, there is still a freight line running across it. So that's annoying. And I could drive an American train, I just really hate driving them. And if you've never been on a train before, you probably won't know, but they all seem to have bells. And the bell is always connected to the horn, and every time I press the horn in an American train, the bell always starts ringing. And I don't know what the point of having a bell is on a train when you've got a big loud horn plus a tiny little bell that goes ding, 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 ding. What's the point in that? What is the point of having a bell on a train that large with about 16 different horns all over it? Can anyone hear that? Probably not. And yeah, I don't understand why they have the bell, so that's why I don't like driving them. I want to be able to press the horn anytime I want and not have to turn the stupid bell off. Oh. Slow down a bit. I don't know anyone who works for trains. Do they actually have bells when they go by? I don't think... No one's ever mentioned that to me. I even asked someone who was training to work on a train who is in the US, and he didn't really know what I was talking about, so... Maybe it's just a thing... They do have a loud ass horn. I still think British trains are better. I still think British trains are better, just from my experience driving them in this game. Could also just be for the little workers. It could be kind of like a signal to the passengers to, you know, hurry up and get on, we're leaving soon, I guess, but it won't turn itself off. And I really don't want to get in a position where I can't turn it off, because then you'll just hear ding, 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 ding the whole way. That's why I'm scared to drive them. Also, the brakes are like mouldy Swiss cheese. It won't stop. It doesn't want to stop. It's very weird going from a train like this, which can stop fairly quickly, to an American train which takes about 15,000 miles to come to a complete stop. But anyway, driving an English train, so it should be alright. Chugga chugga. Realistically, it's only steam trains that do the chugga chugga thing, but they are talking about bringing steam trains into this game. for a possible future update, although I only watched about a few minutes of the Q&A video where they were discussing that, so I don't know if they plan a release date or anything like that, or any of the other features. But that does sound nice. Steam trains were very cool looking, and I'm just sort of wondering what they might put into this game. They've probably got maybe an American one, which tend to be quite small compared to other ones. I should bring steam trains back. I always wanted to ride on one. They do have some. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, you can go on the Hogwarts Express if you went to the UK, and with an American passport you do actually get 6 months free. You don't need a visa to actually stay in the UK for 6 months if you're an American person with a passport in the US. Whether it works the other way around, I don't know, because I'm afraid to fly. That's the problem. So I would never want to know, or never find out. But you can go on the Hogwarts Express, which is up in Scotland. It won't be open now because of coronavirus. They might reopen it though, because as I understand it, when they actually featured it on the TV, it was quite a big money maker. So they might reopen it when the lockdown lowers a bit, but it's back up to full now, pretty much. So they would have stopped that happening. But if you plan to come to the UK, you can definitely go up to Scotland and try and ride it. Don't know how often it's available though. Whoa! Slowing down from 20 to 20 from about 70. Jesus, that's not good. But yeah, you can, and I've always been confused why they haven't included a DLC where you can drive in Scotland in Train Sim World. Because Scotland is a beautiful country, especially on the railway. I don't know, maybe Scottish Rail doesn't give them permission to model it or use anything that they've got. Yeah, and I'm not sure how expensive it is to actually fly from the US to the UK. It just depends on where you're at. Although, when my boyfriend tried to look it up, he ended up having a price of about $2,000 one way. So that was from Hawaii, which he'll be moving to in about February, I think he said. Which is nice. Probably not expensive to go to places like New York. I think from the UK to New York, it's £400, which is about 500 something dollars. I think. So not that expensive, but you're most likely going with some sort of package, so they'll have worked out a hotel and you can't really do a whole lot else. And to be honest, the seats might be a bit crap in the plane for that price, so it does sound like a nice thing to do though if you want to. Right, so we're going to be stopping, I think, here. See if I can stop in the right place. Shitty airlines like Ryanair. And I don't know if Ryanair actually fly to the United States, but I imagine if they did, they wouldn't land anywhere near it, because that's one of the running gags. I hate Delta and Spirit, they fly like the planes are falling apart. I must look those up, because I'm not familiar with them. that we just arrived in San Jose, and that's that whole line done. I've driven along the whole San Francisco to San Jose before. You know, you wouldn't have seen it if you just joined him. But I'll do another one. I'll do a different thing, because you've only just arrived. No laptop, please don't turn off. Please don't turn off. I don't know why you've done that. You shouldn't turn off if it's playing a video. Oh, damn it. Right, I will be right back though, because I need a drink. Or else my throat will just stop operating properly. And that's not a good thing if you're a furry. Okay, I am back. And I'm gonna drive the Tees Valley line, because why not? Edit. Oh no, I had the problem where, was I going too fast on this line? I know that one works, that one worked earlier on. So I'm not gonna do this one, because that one didn't work earlier on. I think it's rather a silly idea to go on that again, but I'll do this one, which did work earlier on because I definitely recorded a video using this specific thing. Passenger service, no, I don't want it to be passenger service. And I want to drive something else. I've got plenty of options. Class 675. I'll read the things. Thank you for the welcome back. Talent 2. Class 20 because I bought it recently and I like it. Yep. Class 20, which is another British train, but we are driving on a British line, so it fits in. I hate Delta and Spirit. They fly like the pins falling apart. They're very cheap airlines that people use, mostly like business people who travel. My family used to fly in it when we didn't have a lot of money for other airlines like American. Yeah, I wonder what they actually operate though. Spirit, something you're gonna be used to plane crashes. Oh, so they operate proper actual jet engines. Jet planes, sorry. So they do operate proper jet planes, which should be... Those planes should definitely be in pretty good condition. I feel like they don't enforce mask mandates. Well, that's shocking. In the modern age, they're known for having really terrible customer service. Yeah, well, when this is all over, when the need for masks kind of go away, then that's when you'll be able to probably travel around a lot more, but if those planes are in very bad condition, they must really ruin them. Why are we facing this way? Should we be facing... we should be facing that way, so we shouldn't be here. And then I'm in the rear of the cab. Which direction are we going in? That way, and I'm in this one. We'll check. Right, so we are going that way, and it was facing backwards. It's got double cabs. Master key should be on this side though. I'll set the rear of this one up properly. Let's see. Instrument lights should not be on. Brakes should not be on any of these. 0%. Neutral release. Neutral shutdown. Yep. Very nice. Does make a little bit of racket. This one, right. Reverser should be in engine only. Release the brakes. Lower, left, centre, right. Instrument lights on, cab light. Can you derail the trains? Yes, you can. If you're going too fast, you can. Top marker. Shouldn't that be on? Tail light should not be on. I feel like they were just trying to destroy it. Whoa, we are rolling. I feel like they would just try and destroy it. The lights are very dim on this. Let's have 3, because why not? Right, I'll set it moving. Yeah. Where was I? What was I saying? I know that the title of the stream should really be changed. I'm going to change it to something else. Because this stream started off with as a complete disaster because there's a bug on one of the routes that I was driving on, and in fact another one. So they went in and they tried to fix the bug, and they ended up creating another one whilst fixing it, it looks like. That's what it looks like has happened. And, yeah. So I couldn't do the proper thing that I planned to do in this stream. And I might go on the Dovetail forums with the developers for this game to see if anyone else has reported that problem. Because if it's just a thing with mine, it means that I set it up the wrong way or something. But if it's a problem that everyone else is having, then it's definitely a bug and they'll try and fix it, but I don't know how long it's going to be in the game for, so it might just change my plans for what I have planned already. It'd be quite unfortunate if it did change my plans. Anyway, I'll just look out the cab mostly. Stop at red car, British Steel. Nice. Low and high horns. Nice. Cab heater. Don't need that. Hot plate. Could have the hot plate. If you don't know what a hot plate is, it's basically an inbuilt cooker. It's an inbuilt grill, basically. They should have multiplayer so you can raise people. I think in the PC version, where they will allow things like mods, somebody has probably made a mod where you can race another train. Or did they? Or was that legitimately set up that way? I think they did mention a multiplayer mode for the original Train Sim World at one point, and then because a couple of people that I watched play the game before I had it said, oh yeah, there's going to be multiplayer. But when the game came out there wasn't any, and there still isn't any. And you never know. You never know, because they did something really crazy, letting you drive any train on any route, even if it's not suited to it, by letting you have freedom with that. So I wonder if maybe one day they plan to do a racing game, but they mostly deal with simulators. Would be pretty cool though. The only train racing game I've ever played was Extreme Express on the PS2, and that was by a game developer called Midas, who aren't very good. The game worked perfectly fine. It's not as if the game was like a load of crap. The game was perfectly acceptable as a video game. It didn't have multiplayer obviously, because in those days there was no such thing as that on the console. But it was a fully functional game, and I imagine that if they remastered it, I was actually quite impressed with how much effort they put in. Because they made, what, 80 different trains. It was basically just a cube, or a cuboid, with a different texture over it, you know, for every different train for Extreme Express on the PS2, but still did admire the fact that they made 80 different trains with 80 different stats as a so-called crappy developer. And I thought if somebody had the idea to remaster that these days, maybe people would actually play that. That high-pitched sound is me letting off the throttle. It always does that. Meant to. I thought that would be neat though, a game where you can race people using trains. There aren't really that many great racing games. If I'm completely honest, I've never seen a driving game that I enjoyed that ought to be released. I used to be into simulators a long time ago, but not the driving ones. They made a simulator games where you could be like a doctor or a dentist. Was that the, I can't remember what it was called. what was it called? It was not meant to be a legitimate simulator. It was sort of a big joke, where you were in first person mode and you had to control it with they're more geared towards this. It was nothing like this. I've never heard of those though. The Doctor or Dentist. Oh my god, what was it called? I played one before. It's the one where, well, there's one where you have to be, is it Surgeon Simulator? Is that what it's called? Because I have actually played that one for about 5 minutes and I thought, yeah, okay, I'm not going to be able to do anything with this. But the point of it is to make you laugh, it's not more to do with the, yeah, that one. I did actually have that at one point and I can't remember what happened with that, but I didn't really, I couldn't do well enough on it to make videos or anything, so I just sort of left it there. The ones where you can be a doctor or a dentist, there was a series on Nintendo DS with a guy named Sam. It was an American named Sam. It was all animated, and he always had this dog with him, this talking dog. And then you play through little mini games pretending to be what it is, so firefighter, police officer, probably a doctor, probably a vet, something like that, construction worker, you know, little mini games you can play on the DS touchscreen and all that. If those are the ones you're talking about, those were definitely geared towards kids, yeah. But if they're not, I'm afraid I don't know. Because I don't even have a PC, and a lot of simulators are on the PC. This is one of the few that they've actually put on console. Release the brakes, damn it. Yeah, these were like low budget flash. Oh, those. Okay. Not the crazy ones where you're taking people's teeth out. And it's all disgusting. It's like Frozen characters or something. I hope it's not those, because those kind of a bit weird. I thought, really? They're gonna let kids play this? Really? And they had like a whole collection. They used to play this Heart Surgeon one over and over again. I don't know, maybe Dovetail Games will branch out into things like that one day. Maybe. I can say that they are a good team, because I can say that they are hard working, because they've put together all this content, most of which I'm not even showing you because I don't have the DLCs, but I don't know who is making the games, but I definitely have like vivid memories of them. Oh god, I hate that high-pitched whine. I feel like I'm going to annoy someone with that. Right. I'm not really going very fast here. Should have maybe picked a more responsive train. Maybe they'll branch out though one day. I know that they are a good team of people and they do streams regularly. They have a YouTube channel for the train related stuff. I believe they're going into fishing. They've got a fishing simulator as well. Though I think that's probably only on PC. And then they have another train simulator, but that's intended for PC because it needs a lot of You need a lot of hardware to run that, a console can't provide it. And then they also said something about flight simulators that they might be getting into. Otherwise, fishing is way more fun than it looks. I imagine so. I mean, I don't know what that game is like though. I know that they made it, I'm just not sure if it's that great. Whoa, there's a lot of smoke coming out of it, but it's a diesel, so that should happen. That should probably, yeah, that's correct. Either that or it's a really cold day, but it shouldn't be. High-pitched whine, letting off the throttle. Honking of the horn. I've gone fishing before with my grandpa. It's fun. You sit around and catch tiny fish with a rod. It does sound sounds very relaxing. Relaxing, I think, is great. I feel like a lot of furries need to relax like that. Instead of being so highly strung and so angry or sad or anything. I think they should maybe relax a lot more. Go fishing. Oh, but Danny, are you still there? Are you still watching? Final Zone is Danny. I don't think we're too far away now from Red Car. Probably not. If you do want to play Train Sim World yourself, I can recommend it on a quality level. On the level that you might not like it. A truck simulator, they do have truck simulators. Do you have a proper PC that can probably run something like that, Lissaran? Because if you do, they do have truck simulators. And everyone will all know I'm poor. Well, I only have a PS4 is the most powerful thing that I've got. Well, my laptop can't run hardly anything. And there is no room for a PC. That's what sucks, because most of the simulators are on PC. Though if you have a console, I think there are a few that they put onto this. I can't show you them because it's part of the store, but I'm sure there's some simulators on here. Whether they're any good or not or any interesting for people, it just depends on what you like. I think I'll end it after this. End the stream, I mean. Because I have some pre-recorded content to upload, so if you want to watch more videos of me doing stuff with this game, you know, subscribe to the channel, or at least remember what its name is if you want to watch more. Hot plate I should probably turn off. Doesn't really matter, it doesn't do anything. No, not the handbrake, the hot plate. Oh hell. Brakes. Oh dear. We missed it. Completely missed it. Well, the good news is you can reverse. I have to stop at least near that marker. One thing about the Class 20, it doesn't have very great brakes. That is also quite a low bridge, my god. They should have someone ticket you for realism. Most likely. Right, now stop. There you go. Wasn't so hard. Covered 12 miles there. Took me 20 minutes, but yeah, that's alright. And after 2 hours and let's say 50 minutes or something like that, I've done the stream, which started off very poorly, and then we moved on to better things later that went just fine, but still a bit of a shame. I'm going to check the forums to see if they reported that thing as being a bug or not, and then see what they're going to do about it. If they manage to fix it, I'll be able to do what I basically plan to do in this stream next time. So I'll thank you all for watching. Thank you as well, Danny, for coming, and Lissaran, and also is it Cairn who came earlier on, and then also a couple of people have randomly sort of popped in and popped out. I'm not sure who they were, they didn't post in the chat. I might stream in 2 to 3 hours. Well, it's now 10 to 3 in the morning here, but I think I should be able to make it for a little bit, maybe. 2 hours from now will be 5 o'clock, basically. So I'll let you know if I can make it to that stream. And I'll end it here. Have a good morning, and you have a good evening or night, or whatever time it is over there. Thank you both, and I'll see you all another time.